Peloton growing sales for the first time in 9 quarters, but it's not the only fitness stock seeing gains. This is our reveal. Planet Fitness hitting a fresh 52-week high. It was our mystery chart today. It's up about 1.5%, thanks in part to Baird naming it a fresh bullish pick, writing it's an attractive idea in a slowing growth environment. Joining us now, the analyst behind that note, Jonathan Komp. Jonathan, thanks for your time. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, Kelly. Glad to be here.
Planet Fitness is kind of, well, maybe we should show a 20-year chart and let the chart tell the story. It always feels a little bit trendy to me, like great idea that has lasted through many cycles, but it tends to go in kind of volatile waves. Is that correct or no?
Well, that's a fair observation, Kelly. I would say fitness is always fickle and trends tend to come and go. What is lasting, though, if you look at Planet Fitness, they are by far the dominant player, the largest player in the gym industry. Counting almost 20 million members and more than 2,500 locations. So even though trends come and go, Planet tends to be a pretty strong mainstay in the industry.
All right. So why now the kind of the tilt towards bullishness? And is this just a 6-month trend, or is there something more lasting going on?
Well, we think Planet is an excellent long-term growth story. We also signal higher short-term conviction. You know, this story has been in transition for the better part of the last year. We think under new leadership, the brand has really made changes that are necessary to address unit economic challenges. And as a result of that, we see faster growth ahead in 2025. And in addition to that, the consumer value proposition and the high margin nature of the franchise model, we think fit really well for a slowing growth and declining interest rate environment.
Yeah, so maybe we should focus on that for a second and to kind of highlight the fact that you're going to look for names that would work in those conditions. You know, lower rates sounds great. Slowing growth, not so much. What do you think is going on here?
Yeah, we cover consumer broadly and certainly see signs of slowing consumer spending and slowing momentum in the employment markets. We do like the fitness industry, which is very consistent over time as consumers continue to adopt healthy routines, especially the youngest demographics. So there's some very strong long-term tailwinds at play. On top of that, Planet Fitness is by far the leader in terms of value in the industry. They've only raised prices once just recently on their Classic Card membership when you look over the last 25 years. And as a result, we think the value proposition still is very strong, so they can actually benefit in times of a tough economy.
Is it still $10 a month?
Well, it's $15 a month now, so they just made that change at the end of June. Our early feedback through August is that change has gone through well, and we think that's the result of very strong pricing proposition already. When you look at the pricing decision, Planet has kept the $10 a month all the way back to the early 2000s and before that. So that's been something that we think has really contributed to a strong value proposition, giving them the opportunity now to take some selective pricing and still offer very strong value to the consumer. Yeah,
they should just say we're whatever Netflix costs, basically. I wasn't sure if they're like the Costco hot dog that never goes up in price, like a loss leader. Real quickly, they have been changing the equipment mix for younger users.
That's right. So Gen Z population is 25% of their membership base. So that over indexes. It's growing the fastest across their membership. And what you see there is a little stronger demand for strength over cardio. Yeah. So they have a big box format where they can shift and effectively they are. So staying fresh for today's consumer, especially as they see the age shift younger as well.
We're not Gen Z, but that was always my husband's complaint, that he could never find a squat rack. And then he'd be going to stake out the gyms at $6.59 for the second that they open, and that's no way to spend a weekend. But that's us. Jonathan, thanks for your time. Appreciate it today. How much upside do you see for the shares? Real quick, how much upside for the shares?
Well, we have a $92 price target. We outlined a bull case above 100 over the next 6 to 12 months, and that's really keen on a favorable scenario for 2025. And this is a stock that tends to outperform when interest rates are coming down, so we really like that opportunity here.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. Once again, Jonathan Komp joining us from Baird.